Welcome to the Dennis and Judy Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you'll never miss a minute. New Jersey 101.5.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
Jersey Chime Time, 10:09. Dennis and Judy Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judy Franco. Welcome, kids, to the Dennis and Judy program in our favorite hour of the week.
Where are you now?
Where are you
now?
Now, it depends on the week. Sometimes we go, where are you now? And then other times it's, where are you now? And then sometimes it's like, where are you now?
Where? And sometimes it's, where are you now?
Right. Not like what. As if to differentiate between what are you now and
Yeah,
where
because you can identify as anything.
Exactly. So here's how it works, kids, and it's just a barrel of laughs.
Before we get started, Judy, let's clarify what our pronouns are.
Okay. Mine is they, Dennis.
Mine is she.
Okay.
She over there.
All right, sir. Actually, there were some, but my son said even these are just like, way over the, like nobody uses them. But there are those ones that are XI and XE.
The 11th.
Like Z and Zay. Because you don't want to even use ones that already existed, so like you have to make up new ones.
What does the father who didn't have a catch with you when you were a kid call you?
Yeah.
Because it's just a cry for attention. Good Lord. Yeah. Anyway, listen, whatever your pronouns
are. Again, honestly, did your dad have a catch with you?
He did.
My dad didn't have a catch
us.
with us.
Well, you were a girl, so.
Right. But also, my dad was working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. Right. So if he was catching anything, it was like an extra few winks.
I remember my dad was busy too. He had a full-time job, whatever, and he would have a catch with me. And I would mostly have a catch with my brother, but he would take me fishing on weekends.
Right.
But there was a guy named Jules. Giordano was his name. I forget the last name. Anyway, he didn't have any boys. He had a daughter, and he would come. There was a field across from, believe it or not, across from our row home in South Philly. There was this open field, and he would fly a kite with me.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, because he didn't have any boy. And I remember my mom worried that my dad was going to be like upset that he was taking me to fly kites.
Because that's like such a father-son thing.
Yeah.
But are we doing Dennis's life story for any other reason that we don't want to do Where Are You Now? I'm just a little confused.
I don't know. It just seemed apropos. You asked me if my father had a catch with me.
No, I mean, but you started bringing the show down a completely different road.
And that's different from our normal show. How? How is that different?
Pizza dipped in the Ovaltine we were getting to.
How is that different from our other shows?
I know. All right, so here's how it works, kids.
People want to get in on this.
I know everybody knows how to play, but for those of you who may just be listening for the first time, call in, tell us where you are, what you're doing, and we will tell you why this is fascinating, why you're an integral part of the New Jersey cosmos at large. Dennis?
Paul in Fort Washington is on. Hi, Paul.
Hey. So, I got my knee replaced on Friday, and I came home like over the weekend on my son Giuseppe. You know Giuseppe.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so, well, look, maybe I can, if I have to get my other knee replaced, maybe someday I can make it out to the casino in Ben Salem and see you guys. So.
Well, matter of fact, Paul, we'll be at a lot of different places, I understand, this spring and summer. We might be broadcasting the show from a couple different places. So, yeah, there'll be plenty of opportunities. So did they put you on medication for the knee?
What you can tell, huh? I sound kind of screwed up.
A little bit.
A little bit. But that's okay. Would they give you perks?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You taking them? I mean, it's legal. The doctor gave them to you.
Yeah, just like 2 or 3 this morning.
Are you up walking around? Just 2 or 3?
Yeah, I'm walking around fine.
Wait a minute.
I hardly need... Well, I do have Parkinson's.
Just a
I think I told you
handful.
that.
Oh, that's right. You have Parkinson's, too. Yeah, you said just 2 or 3 this morning. If Judy and I take half of one, we're like on
Yeah,
Mars.
how is that?
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I only
Wow.
took I take maybe
Silly.
one a day if I need it. And Joey has stuff with his back, and Giuseppe has stuff with his back, and also he always says, look, poppers, if you ever need any, just let me know.
You know those young people, they can get their hands on anything. All right, Paul, good luck to you. Speedy recovery, and thank you for the call to New Jersey 101.5. Jim is calling from Westmont. Oh, Jim was supposed to email you, Judy.
Who?
About a matter about his son and a certain daughter of mine.
That's right.
no.
Where's that email?
I gave my email address to your screener. You were supposed to email me.
Well, I guess that would require my screener
Well, let's
to
talk.
actually pass on the info.
Kyle, do you remember this transaction, Kyle?
No, but it wouldn't put it past me. I do try to actively sabotage.
Interesting.
That is true.
do you have Jim's information?
When was it that this
Friday?
occurred?
Yeah, it was Friday.
This past Friday?
Yeah.
I'm sure I have it. Let me take a look.
Okay.
Who am I supposed to give the info to?
Judy.
I'm not going to. But
Okay.
Quite the attitude
That's okay.
today. There might be some big changes on
if
the...
you want to stop other people from having relationship happiness, we completely understand that.
Wow, well, he's checking now. Kyle, what'd you find?
I do, in fact, have his information.
All right, send it to Judy, and then we'll be good. Thank you, Kyle.
Sure.
The meeting at 2:00, you and me. And thanks, Kyle. All right, Jim, what's on your mind today? You are in Jacksonville, Florida. You know, I'm thinking of taking a flight there.
Why is that?
Okay.
Well, let's hear about... Well, because my cousin who lives in Homerville, Georgia, that's the closest airport.
No, I'm on 95. I'm driving through Jacksonville on my way home.
On your way home. How are things in Florida?
Things are good. We had a baby shower for my one niece yesterday, so things are good. I was with my 4 sisters most of the weekend.
So half the families down in Florida made the move already?
Yes.
And you are planning to as well?
No.
No.
If we do, they're all on the East Coast, Melbourne and Cape Canaveral. But if we do, my wife really likes like Fort Myers, Sanibel.
Yeah.
So if we ever did anything, that's where we would go.
Nice, beautiful there. Lots of nice places in Florida. All right, and so you're heading back to Westmont. How do you do the drive? One straight shot, or you break it up?
Nah, not today. No, I'm going to be stopping in Petersburg, Virginia, and picking up my wife a slice of hummingbird cake for
the heck
tomorrow
is that?
morning.
I'm so curious.
Doesn't sound good.
Oh, they're great. They're it's amazing. It's like a carrot cake with like a lot of extra ingredients like coconut.
It doesn't have savory bits of hummingbird in it, does it?
No.
What town in
Okay,
Virginia?
Petersburg.
And why? That's the home of hummingbird cake?
Well, that's the home of Buttermilk Bake Shop, which one of their specialties is the hummingbird cake. That's in my humble opinion.
No,
No, well, let me ask you a question. Do other people make it?
yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Hey, Siri.
I have no idea.
What's a hummingbird cake? Hold on.
No
I'm
one
speaking to
has
Siri.
ever seen it where I am. So
Hold on, Jim. I'm going to interrupt you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hummingbird cake is actually a cake, according to Siri, that is made in Jamaica, and it contains banana. Oh, I just lost it. Hey, Siri, What is a hummingbird cake?
Does yours have banana in it, Jim?
I don't know what it has in
Banana
it. All I know
pineapple
is it's
spice
fantastic.
cake, and a popular dessert in the southern
pineapple.
United States since the 70s. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jim, you teach
By the
us
way,
something
ingredients
every
include
time.
banana, pineapple, cinnamon, pecans, vanilla extract, eggs, and leavening. And by the way, like carrot cake, it is often served with a cream cheese frosting.
That's where the similarity came in. All right. Jim, very good.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you later.
All right, take care. Look for that email from
I
Judy.
need to make this right now.
You like that?
Oh, yeah. I love carrot cake.
I do too. But that is
So banana and pineapple, you don't think that would make a good combo?
I'm not a big fan of banana flavor. Like I'll eat a banana,
Right.
But the banana flavored stuff, like
Well, this is actual banana in the cake.
yeah, and it's got pineapple.
You don't
too.
like banana cream pie?
No, I don't think I've ever had it.
Or bananas fostered, like banana, like fried bananas they give you in like the Asian restaurants for dessert with like vanilla ice cream and cinnamon. Delicious.
Dan and Jean, hang on. Jean's in Virginia. She may have gone to the Buttermilk Bakery in Petersburg. Hold on. Where are you now? 1-800-283-101.5, 1018, time for Nom. Monday morning, 10 o'clock, our Dennis and Judy show. Where are you now? Let's talk to Dan in beautiful Lavalette by the Sea. Hi, Dan.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
You're on your way to the Mexican border.
That's right, because then I'm going to come back into the country illegally. That way I get all the free amenities that they're getting.
Wow, that's a good idea, Dan. Did you think of this as a New Year's resolution, or it just came to you from watching the news lately?
It came from me watching the news lately. I'm just sick and tired of putting money out through taxes and this government just giving all of our money away. I mean, you can't beat it. You might as well join them.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, do you, how much you get a debit card with how much on there?
Yeah, I think it's like $1,000 a week
Wow,
and a handshake deal.
excellent. And then you get into a 4-star hotel. I understand in some places.
4-star hotel, free food, free health care.
You know, I just wrote a post this morning that'll go up on our website today about a New Jersey gang of illegal migrants. They came in 2019 and 2022. Were released with come back and see us in court, okay, and they took off. And now they're running an illegal smuggling operation from the Canadian border. They caught them in Franklin, Vermont, coming across from Quebec. Wow. Yeah.
That's
They're getting
scary
everything
because
for
it's
free.
so easy.
They're from Guatemala and Colombia. 2 of the guys they caught, one guy's still on the loose. They were charging up to $6,000 because Canada has a visa-free program for Mexico where you can go into Canada for free without a visa. And then if you find a way to sneak into the U.S., which these days not difficult at all, you pay these guys $6,000, they'll bring you right here to Jersey.
For nothing.
For not well.
I pay $2,500 a month in mortgage, about $1,000 a month in food. It's crazy.
Yeah. What are you? Do you live in Lavalette, Dan?
Lafayette.
Lafayette. I'm sorry, I misread it. What are your property? Do you own a home?
Yes, I do.
Well, the bank does, but what are your property taxes?
Yeah, the bank actually owns it. So we're on almost a half acre, and it's $8,100 a year.
That's not bad for New Jersey, but it's still obscene.
Yeah, you're getting a bargain.
Where's
in New
Lafayette?
Jersey.
What county is Lafayette?
It's in Sussex County, up by Sparta, Newton,
beautiful.
that area.
God's country. All right, thank you, Dan. Listen, stay sane and stay safe. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Jean is calling from Virginia.
I was just reading, Dennis, yesterday what the safest town in New Jersey is, and I realized that I had never heard of it.
Hang on, Jean. What is it?
And it's in
I'm
your
hanging.
county.
What is it?
Hi, Jean.
In Sussex County?
It's in your county, Burlington County.
What town?
New Hanover Township? Not Hanover. New Hanover.
I think that's Carl's neighborhood. Kyle, are you near New Hanover?
I'm near North Hanover. I've heard of New Hanover before, but I'm fairly convinced it's fake.
Now, North Hanover.
I thought so too, but then I Googled it, and it's like an actual township with like actual stuff.
Tara's Tavern is in North Hanover.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I've heard of New Hanover, but like I've never seen it, never knew where it was.
Look at it. They'll show you on a map, and it has its own little borough hall and everything.
Really? Is it part of Cookstown? No.
It's part of Hanover Township, I think.
Did they have a high school? Do we know?
They probably went to your high school.
No, I don't think they did, because
No.
I would have remembered that.
If you're saying that it's a fake city and fake news,
It is fake.
I now know why it is the safest city in New Jersey.
Yeah. Nobody gets hurt because nobody there. All right. Well, we'll get calls from New Hanover
It doesn't
now.
exist.
So, Gene, what are you doing? You're in South Carolina.
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, I've never been. I heard it's awesome.
Oh, my God, it's so pretty.
I got to go.
So pretty.
What are you doing there?
And we're visiting. We're on our way to Florida, like the guy earlier, so we decided to make a stop. Unfortunately, they do not have hummingbird cake here, or I would get some.
Yeah, it's. I looked up that bakery. They sell a lot of yummy stuff. So you're on your way to.
Oh, they're on the way back.
Yeah, yeah, Petersburg, Virginia. So where are you going in Florida?
We're starting below St. Petersburg, and then we're going to Fort Lauderdale, and then we're going to West Palm. We've got all sorts of family. So, we're going to just dump ourselves at all their houses for a few days.
Nice. And where are you from? Where do you live?
Well, we live in Judy's favorite place, Culpeper, Culpeper, Virginia.
Oh, that is my favorite place, and I want to change my name. Do you know, Gene? You probably remember. Remember when we had people, we were just calling them Culpeper every time they called in?
Right.
And some guy would call and he's like, I'm sorry, but my name is really Pazzanetti. And I'm like, yeah, well, we're calling you Culpeper.
And I think it was Gene's phone call that got the whole Culpeper thing started.
No, really?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. You were laughing, Judy. You're like, you really live in a place called Culpeper? And I'm like, well, yeah, Culpeper. We're originally from Morristown, New Jersey.
Okay.
Morristown?
So we're Morristown, the north one.
Right.
And we've done Where Are You Now several times. We called you one time because we were on our way to the Jersey Shore. We had lived in Morristown for 18 years, never been to the shore, and you guys trashed us.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Rightfully so.
You deserve that.
We did. You guys shamed us all the way down to the shore.
How's your husband?
He's great. He's my driver, so I'm the co-pilot, and we're just pulling out of Charleston, heading down to Florida, and but we now live in Culpeper.
That's awesome. Well, have a safe trip and a lovely trip together. Thank you, Gene. Appreciate the call. It's 10:31. Calm. Dennis and Judy show. Monday morning, 10 o'clock. Where are you now? We've been doing that for years.
But this morning has become such a wide array of different subjects.
Well, we have a person who is himself a wide array of subjects.
That is true. But first, let me just explain to the listeners who just might have tuned in for the first time ever. Where Are You Now is a cornucopia of ideas and thoughts. We put it out to our listeners to tell us what they're doing, where they're going, and we make something really interesting with it, sometimes funny, sometimes not. But we show you how important you are to New Jersey and the fabric of New Jersey. 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. Where are you now? You want to go to Alonzo, Dennis?
Sure.
Hello, Alonzo. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hello, good morning. How are y'all?
Good.
We are doing great. Thank
Boogie, how are you?
I've been waiting all weekend to speak to y'all. I called in on Saturday, talked to, was it Dave or Joe?
Probably
Joe was on the microphone, I think.
Big Joe Henry was on?
Yeah, he was on the radio. They was playing music on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he sound like this? Big Joe Henry. That guy?
It wasn't Big Joe. It was the little guy that was working with Big Joe.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm going to tell Joe, I asked Joe to put a I'll always love my mama dedication to my mom out yesterday. I sent her a Happy Mother's Day on Saturday. Happy Mother's Day today and every day.
Alonzo, Boogie, that's like one of my favorite songs of all time.
One of my favorite people in the world, my mama. Yeah, I'm doing some stuff there, and I just got contracted some work actually in Pittsburgh. So my guys are going to go out. I'm taking 2 of my students with me and one of my actual guys with me. And we're going to go out and do some work in Pittsburgh.
What's the job, Alonzo?
We're going to do some demo. We're doing a demo on a property, and I'm also doing some concrete work down there as well.
Good jobs.
I'm a mason by trade. I do demo and concrete. So I'm taking 2 of my students out there with me and another guy. We got an Airbnb out there.
When you say demo, you're not just blowing someplace up for money.
Say it again?
When you say demo, you're not just blowing somebody's place up because somebody paid you.
No. I do controlled demos of properties. I gut it inside and out.
Beautiful.
I also take the whole building down as well under my license.
Wow. Really? You have a license to do that?
I have a license to do that. I'm LLC. I got my OSHA 30. 2 of my guys got OSHA 30.
Are you licensed in New Jersey? Because some days Judy and I would like to take this place down.
Yeah, like every day.
I'm actually not licensed in Jersey. Every state that I go to, I have to go down and I have to get a work.
We're going to have to do it ourselves.
Well, so no, when I come to Jersey under my LLC, all I got to do is go to your court building, and I go ahead and get a worker's permit for that particular state.
Good to know.
That's what I did at Pittsburgh.
Keep his business card.
Boogie, is your mom still around?
My mom is around. I call her the darkness.
What do you call her?
The darkness. She's the darkest Indian you will ever meet. My mom is a full-fledged Indian. She's about 5'5". Long hair.
Indian from India or American Indian?
From American. She's American Indian. From right here, North Carolina.
And your dad is African American?
My pop says he's Himalayan. I don't know why, because he think he a player. So he said he's from the Himalayan mountains. Ain't nobody like him. You know what I'm saying?
No mountains like them either.
Yeah, my pop a black guy. He's just a feral dude, but. Yeah. But his mother actually was an Indian as well.
Wow, interesting. Here's your song, Alonzo. Listen.
Intruders.
Good.
Shout out to my mom, the Queen of Queens. Happy Mother's Day today to you today and everything. And happy Mother's Day to all you ladies out there. I appreciate y'all. But my children are doing pretty good.
That's
so I just want to send that shout out. And also, I also want to jump on this lady again. I got half of my money for my month's pay of that learning. I'm ready to drop that off on you.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. I'm willing to.
All right, Boogie, we got to run.
Because, Dennis, remember the conversation we had last week. I said, pay me $1,000 and I'll teach you everything I know.
Oh, right.
And I got $1,000. I got $500 now, and I'm ready to send it to you and start my classes whenever you're ready.
Wow. What am I teaching you, though? That's the only thing.
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Basically, like I said, I've been running a business. I'm doing accounting pretty good, but I need to know more accounting. You said teach me anything you know. You know what I'm saying? You got a doctorate in this and a master's in that. I need a doctorate in that and a master's in this.
Okay.
And I swear that I'm going to take and I'm going to teach everybody what you taught me.
Wow.
And make
Boogie,
sure
you
everybody.
might be barking up the wrong tree because I got I quit college, don't have any degrees, don't know much about anything except for having a loud mouth. But I can teach you how to do that.
She has a BS.
I learned everything in jail, in the state penitentiary. I learned how to do my concrete. I learned how to speak properly. I learned patience, impulse control. I learned how to do my accounting as well. I learned how to do it with
sounds
my
like
family.
You should be teaching Judy.
Or I need to go to jail.
Well, like I said, listen, I like Judy, so we're going to have some definite conversations that she'll learn something, and I'm going to definitely learn something. And while you're there, we're going to trip out, and you're going to learn something, too.
Wow, awesome.
I
Listen,
love this.
safe trip.
You're the cutest in the world.
Have a safe trip to Pittsburgh, and good luck out there.
Hey, listen, I'm going to go on live. I'm going to be live the whole time. If I can send y'all some videos of how I do and what I do, I'm going to send it to y'all.
From your Facebook.
Definitely do.
All right. Very good.
Maybe
All right.
we'll post, Dennis, some of Boogie's stuff because people are interested now.
Right.
He's become quite the character.
All right, Boogie, thank you. Appreciate the call. All right.
He's a star. No, because I get mad that he learned everything in prison, stuff that I don't know. I'll never learn cement work. I'll
Impulse
never learn
control.
impulse control. Never. And then and how am I going to get there?
Yeah, bookkeeping.
I'm not going to go commit a crime, you know?
All right, well...
what was the deal I made with him from the beginning? I can't
he
remember.
was going to
reminds
pay you
me of it.
$1,000 to teach him
A
everything
week?
you know. A one-shot deal.
One-shot deal. Everything I know, though?
Yeah.
Like even about, I don't know, like personal hygiene? Like where does it end?
Cooking. You make some
I can
great
teach him cooking.
Arab
That's right.
food, yeah.
Middle Eastern cooking.
All right,
He's Muslim.
He's Muslim.
So he might have some Middle Eastern relatives where he's had the food or he likes the food.
Well, we'll draw up a curriculum, Judy, once we get the check.
He said he's got $500 now.
Well, that's the deposit. We better draw up the curriculum soon. All right, it's 10:44. Fast traffic and your call coming up.
You guys, I've been talking to you about guaranteed service for a couple of years now, and I'm sorry that I drop things all the time. There's nothing they can do to help that. But what they can do is anything that is plumbing or electrical or HVAC in your home, our friends at Guaranteed Service can handle. They are the most amazing technicians. And when they come to your home, first of all, you get a little text that shows a picture of the guy who's coming. So there are no surprises. They're on time. They care about your home. You will see the difference between them and anybody else in that industry in 2 seconds flat. Bring them into your home for a $77 heating system tune-up. It'll take care of you for the rest of the cold season. And here's what they promise you. Everything will be working perfectly, or they come in and fix it for you for free. $77, that's a guarantee. If they fix it, if they come in and they tune it up for you and then anything happens, they fix it, no questions asked. That's why they call it guaranteed. Learn more at guaranteedservice.com or call 1-800-GUARANTEED. Tell them I sent you.
Dennis and Judy show. Where are you now? You all right there, Judy?
I tend to be a little clumsy sometimes, Dennis, and it's part of my mental health issue. So I don't think I would shame me for it if I were you, unless you want to be canceled.
Yeah, I think that excuse is getting pretty old. You want to talk to Russell?
Dennis, what is a Monday Where Are You Now without Russell?
In Salt Lake City, Utah. Hello, Russell.
Hello, well, I want to television this past the gospel party.
All right, let me get my
Sorry?
translator on, and we'll see exactly what you said. Repeat that, Russell.
I wanted a 65-inch television at the Costco annual party this past.
Get out!
And why do they have the Costco annual party? What's the occasion?
Well, at the end of the season, so, you know.
What season?
In the holiday season.
Oh, okay. And they have a party for all the employees.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Do you get drunk and make a fool of yourself?
No, but some people do.
That's nice.
But the thing is, I already have a television. So me and my friend Stephanie are going to return it and get $450 credit.
Oh, all right. That's smart.
And with the money I hope to save, I hope to give my friend Austin a diamond ring.
Your friend Austin is your new
Is this
love.
a new friend?
New love interest?
Well, it's the same platform.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Have we heard about this guy, Dennis?
I don't know. Austin is a dude, right?
Yeah, he's a dude.
And you want to give him a diamond ring from Costco worth $450?
Probably over $1,000.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
And what is
Do you
Austin?
think that's a wise idea, though?
Well, I mean, if I were to propose to him.
What?
How many?
So does he work at Costco too, this Austin fellow?
Oh, yeah, he does.
He's much younger than
I'm
you?
just worried that you're going to be buying him gifts, Russell, and, you know, then it doesn't work out. Like, this isn't a long-term relationship.
I know, but I know so much about him already.
I know, but you know what? I'm advising you the same way I would advise one of my kids, Russell. don't invest too much into the relationship because you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, I made that mistake with Judy. Bought her a car when we first got together, started working together. And
you thought, sex in 2 seconds, and by the way, still never happened.
26 years still waiting, Russell.
All right, I'll look at your advice.
All right, thank you, Russell. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Judy, we have an intern in the studio. Her name is Emily.
Yes.
She goes to...
She seems very lovely, by the way.
She goes to TCNJ. Emily, how do you like being here as an intern so far?
Oh, it's cool. I'm having a great time.
What a nice voice.
Oh, good.
Does she have a nice voice?
Beautiful.
Yeah. She's the music director, and you do a show over there at the radio station?
Yep, at WTSR 91.3 at TCNJ. I'm on Wednesday mornings.
Wednesday morning, what time?
10 to 12.
Oh, our competition, Judy. Perhaps,
really is
perhaps we shouldn't be so friendly to her. Well, what have you learned so far working at New Jersey 101.5 as an intern?
I'm learning a lot about like the promotions and like how the contests run here.
Yeah, and
because we don't do that over at like the school. We run ticket giveaways, but only like through our Instagram.
Right.
So it's definitely interesting learning how it works.
Very good. She has a good voice, Judy. No,
she really does.
Yeah. All right. Let's give her something to read. You read the bottom line of the temperatures on that sheet there.
Sure. All right, bottom line right here.
Yeah.
Parsippany?
No, the bottom of the yellow line.
Bottom of the yellow. Andover?
Yep.
All right, so in Andover, it's 29 degrees. In Monroe, it's 36. And in Seaside Heights, it is 39 degrees.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. I love that.
What does the audience think of that? Oh,
very nice.
Nicely
Little
done.
training, and you're going to take over for Dennis.
Yeah, I hope. Thanks for coming in, Emily.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll try to be nice to you. Sometimes it's an effort. Listen, it's the New Jersey Time Check, sponsored by SellYourCarNow.com. It is 10:55 on the dot, and at SellYourCarNow.com, they'll give you cash for your car on the spot.
If you're walking around in pain, you really shouldn't be. Not when there's Trinity Rehab there to help you. I think pretty much all of us who work here at the radio station can attest to the fact that these guys are miracle workers. They know the body better than anybody else. They are so thorough and knowledgeable. Please call Trinity Rehab today. Ask about their EPAT. And I'm telling you right now, EPAT is an amazing therapy. It is acoustic pressure wave therapy that basically breaks up scar tissue and gets most people better in 3 5-minute sessions. And not only that, Trinity is now in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield. They already were in network with Aetna. So there's no excuse anymore not to go to physical therapy, especially because of all their locations all over New Jersey and PA, like Somerville, Howell, Hamilton, Woodbridge, Wall. Their newest locations, Piscataway and Summers Point. So you know there's one near you. For more details, visit trinity-rehab.com.
New Jersey Chime Time, 11:08. Dennis and Judy Show. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's Judy Franco.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just looking at the town of New Hanover, which you said was the safest town in New Jersey.
Yeah, so did we find out if it's real or if it's not real?
Yeah, it seems to be real. They have a population of 6,300 people.
Okay, right. I told you.
A decrease of 1,000 people from 2010.
Yeah.
And a decline of even more from 2000. So they're losing population. I don't know if it's getting old or whatever, but yeah, it's near Cookstown. It's near Tara's Tavern, which I love that place.
It happens to be the safest city in New Jersey. We just find out. So, what town is Tara's Tavern in? I thought that was Cranberry.
She calls herself North Hanover, and then, or sometimes some people call it Cookstown. Yeah. Yeah, she's right on the border.
What's? Yeah. I'm sorry. What's Cranberry then?
Yeah, Tara's Tavern is actually, Cookstown. What is Cranberry? Cranberry's over by
near Cranberry.
Kyle wants to say something. Hi, Kyle.
We're getting messages on the app chat that New Hanover is like the McGuire Fort Dix Air Base type of stuff.
Yeah.
And it
so that
encompasses that.
Right.
That's exactly where Tara's Tavern is. Okay, I think we just identified the reason that it is the safest town in New Jersey.
Yeah, there are 3 joint military bases right there with more firepower. You don't want to steal anything in New Hanover.
There are no thieves breaking in there.
No.
That's hysterical.
Get a missile up
Okay.
your behind. Okay.
All right.
So, this story, another similar story came up last week. An Uber driver was arrested, and then the cops finished the delivery. This one happened in Florham Park, New Jersey. A woman, 60-year-old woman, Uber Eats driver, had a warrant for her arrest. I guess the cops ran her plate. There goes one. And she had a $1,000 traffic warrant. So they arrested her on the spot. I didn't know that happens anymore. They did change the law to where they have to give you enough notification. They just can't say, oh, by the way, you're arrested and we're taking your car.
Yeah.
So anyway, this happened to her over the weekend or Friday night, and the cops finished the delivery. And who was the delivery to?
Who?
Snooki.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's funny.
How ridiculous is that? So,
I have a great delivery story I'm going to tell you about my son when he did deliveries.
before you tell the story.
I wasn't going to tell a story. I was going to say, let us ask our listeners what it's like to be delivery people here in New Jersey. Now, this is one of the more common side hustles in New Jersey because not only do you have DoorDash and Uber Eats, before that, you had people doing pizza and people doing subs and whatever. So our phone number here is 1-800-283-101.5. I know we'll hear some great stories from delivery people.
Whether it's Uber Eats or what's the one you get your groceries from?
Instacart
or Lyft or Uber.
Yeah, and do you ever see like weird things or just shed some insight into what that job is like?
1-800-283-1015 is the number.
Because I have a feeling, well, for one thing my son told me is that college kids tip way better than suburban housewives or house husbands.
Well, my son delivered 2, and he would say the wealthy people, not good tippers,
Right.
but the people look like they're struggling, tip very well.
I think the reason college kids probably tip well is that they're drunk when they're ordering.
Well, we have a drunken college kid here in the studio.
Perfect.
Emily, you don't look like a drinker. Well, she's laughing, so maybe she is. Do you guys get stuff delivered to the college?
We do, yeah.
Are you good tippers?
I would say so, yeah.
They're probably good tippers because, I could be wrong about this, but the kids delivering to them are their peers. So they feel more for them. As opposed to some wealthy woman in Rumson gets a delivery and she's like, who is this?
On the rare occasion I had pizza delivered to my house or food from the place up the street, it's an older guy, like in his 50s or 60s. You ever get that, Emily?
Yeah, we have this, like an older gentleman who delivers for Taco Bell, and he comes on his bike. And he delivers Taco Bell on his bike.
And you tip him well, too?
We do.
Yeah. All right.
That's probably more of a new thing, Dennis.
Retirees or people who, All right.
So who's delivering? We want to talk to you. No matter which company you work for, delivery is a burgeoning industry in New Jersey.
We want to hear stories. You
was
showed
burgeoning. Now it's booming. There are companies that make money now, Dennis, just off of the delivery. Like if you're a restaurant, you don't want to have delivery people. And you don't want to do Uber Eats because they take 20% of your order, whatever they take. There are companies now who just will provide you with the delivery people and don't charge you per order. You know?
Well, you have to have stories. You want to hear stories of the crazy people you've delivered to, the crazy things you've seen, either driving people or driving food to the people.
Are we asking also the customers, Dennis, to tell us crazy things they've seen with the delivery people? Because I saw a delivery girl, an Instacart girl that was a model. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? I took pictures of her. I posted it
I
online.
remember that.
It was ridiculous.
But that's you'd only hear positive stories because if it's negative, they're gone. They do get a bad
Right.
review or rating, and they're done.
That's right.
Stephanie's calling from New Egypt. Hello, Stephanie.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? You're not too far from New Hanover.
No, I'm not. And actually, it's a nice little town.
Very safe.
Yeah, and the taxes are low there.
Are they?
Yeah, they're subsidized because of the base.
Is there any decent neighborhoods there, like cool houses?
I mean, yeah, there's some big houses, some smaller houses. You know, your typical.
I'm going to move to New Hanover.
I am so in.
And Tara's Tavern's right down the street. What did she get? Like
It
six plugs already today, Judy? For
Yeah.
Tara's?
I tell you. She deserves it.
She does. Stephanie, what's your deal?
So I do Instacart. I haven't really seen anything crazy, so I don't have really any exciting stories. However, I wanted to call in and say that the people who live in the really big, nice houses do tip the worst. And so I've gotten like $1 from people who live in these like mega mansions, and they are the most pain in the butt people.
Stephanie, I don't know about you. Wouldn't you rather get nothing than $1? Because maybe you could just assume the person forgot.
I most certainly would. To get $1 is quite insulting.
That is a big FU.
Yeah, it really is. And they are like horrible people. They're like so high maintenance. They add stuff to their order, like, and they know that once you start shopping, your tip doesn't increase. So they
By
know
the way,
how to.
I add stuff, but I don't mean it. I just forget.
Yeah, so that's fine. But like, if you add it before we start shopping, our tip will increase. If you add it like during the, and I'm talking, they'll add like 15, 20 items.
Oh, no. So here's what I do, because I am embarrassed. If I forget something while they're shopping, I don't add it. I send a little memo and say, would it be like really tough for you to get me like peaches? And if they are like cool about it, then I add it.
All right, that seems fair.
I'm always like, if they send me like a message and they'll be like, oh my God, can you please get this? I'll be like, sure, no problem. You know, as long as they're nice about it. But there is one woman, I somehow always get her order, and she is so awful. She always tells me, hurry up. You need to get this here by blah, 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 you know, whatever time.
You can't turn her down when you see that come in?
Can I come with you next time? Can I please come with you?
I just, like, once you get the order, if you cancel it, it goes against you.
What? So do you actually come face to face with this person?
No, I've never seen her in person.
I want to see her. I want you to drop the groceries. I want you to drop the groceries and me off on her front porch.
No. Drop the groceries and a little note saying, please call this number and give your number. And like, hi, I just got my order. It said to call you. What are you going to say, Dennis?
What the F is your problem?
Yeah, she's just awful. And she always, like, sends me messages. Like, if I'll send her a message and I'll be like, oh, the store doesn't have this. Would you like something else, or would you like a refund? And she's always like, she sends me like, ugh. Like, she's so annoying.
Oh, my God, I want to meet this woman.
I don't work for ShopRite. I just go there because that's where I'm told to go.
Right. Stephanie,
Anyway,
stay safe,
yeah.
stay well, and keep your chin up.
Yeah, you know, it's my little side hustle, so I just keep smiling, and what are you going to do? But thanks for taking my call. Have a great day.
Of course.
You too.
You too, yeah. All right, so what crazy, weird people have you encountered or situations? As a driver, a delivery person, half the population of New Jersey is doing that, it seems. 1-800-283-101.5. Linda, hang on, and John, too. It's 11:19, time for Tom. Dennis and Judy Show, 11:23, asking delivery drivers, or just drivers in general, Lyft, Uber, delivering people or food, what crazy thing have you seen? There was a Uber Eats driver over the weekend who was arrested because she had a warrant out for arrest, 60-year-old woman, and the police over there in Florham Park completed the delivery And the delivery was to Snooki from the Jersey Shore. Good tipper or not a good tipper?
What was it? Do we know what it was?
I don't know. Well, do you think she's a good tipper or not a good tipper?
Definitely.
A good tipper.
Those types of people are.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're excited about their money and they're people going to know who they are and then
Right.
they're going to write them up in the tabloids.
If you're
they're
well
not.
known, you got to give a decent tip.
100%.
Where were we?
Although, okay, so let me tell you my story. Oh, wait, we have a lot of people want to talk, but remind me to tell you about the Academy Award winner that my son delivered to.
I remember this story.
Linda in Punxsutawney. Hi, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, my daughter and I do DoorDash together, so we've had a couple of weird things. Like sometimes we deliver to the mailman. He'll just use whatever side street on he has as his delivery place for his lunch.
Oh, really? Delivered to his truck?
Yeah, just to his truck where it is, and sometimes we just leave it on the truck. We've delivered to some really out in the sticks houses that are so run down you wouldn't think anyone lived in them. And you're supposed to leave the food on their porch. Some of them you can't get to the porch because, like, there's missing steps or old furniture across the way where you can't.
Linda, now you're a Jersey girl.
Yeah.
Be honest. What I've heard from people who go hunting out in Pennsylvania and whatever, that the food is horrible.
Horrible where?
Everywhere outside of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Anywhere out there.
Oh, no, we have all the Amish foods and stuff out here, so the bakeries are excellent.
Okay, yeah, Amish
It's
food.
really good. A lot of home-cooked food, a lot of, yeah.
What else did the
And then
Amish
we've got
cook,
fast
though?
food. Like we've got Burger King, Pizza Hut,
Whoa.
Wendy's.
Wow.
You should have said that.
Yeah,
It's
so
gourmet.
We've got all the right. No, but I mean for DoorDash, we have all the fast foods, and then
Right.
we've got some small restaurants that are like Amish run, and people can DoorDash from there too.
Is that a big Amish area?
Oh, it's huge, yeah.
All right. I know Lancaster
So like people
County.
bring their buggies into town. We have a hitching rail at the Dollar General and run up at the Walmart.
That's hysterical.
I got a vacation there.
I know, Dan. You keep saying it. Okay,
Sounds
so now
exciting.
if I'm trying to guess, what would be the Amish gourmet delicacy?
Oh, what's that
It's going
thing?
to be like meatloaf or
What's
like
that thing?
rabbit.
Shoe fly pie.
Yeah.
Shoe fly pie was actually a throwaway. It's something the Amish people made to actually attract flies so that they would leave the other pies that were cooling alone.
Nuh-uh.
Swear, look it up.
Now, but isn't there some big vegetable dish they put on the table all the time? It's
Oh, they make lots of different ones. Like 3-bean salads are big up here. Jam and potato salads. All the homemade breads and the sticky buns and all that kind of stuff. And then it's a lot of like cooked meals, like roasts and meatloafs and fried chicken's big. Like they make famous fried chicken up
do you
here.
deliver some Amish food to people too?
Yeah. There's an Amish restaurant in town called Lily's, and people dash from Lily's all the time.
That's amazing. All right, Linda, thank you for sharing that.
That's no problem. Thank you.
Take care. Should have asked her if she recovered from Groundhog Day out there in Punxsutawney.
Yeah. By the way, Dennis, if you do not go to Punxsutawney this year, I'm going to kill you. You're so
I know. I gotta go.
intrigued by it. You always say you're going to go. I realize it's probably a very exotic, expensive vacation.
We have a mayor on the line, Judy. We have
my goodness.
breaking news. The mayor of Florham Park wants to talk about the officers who finished that
good.
delivery. Mayor Mark Taylor. Hi, Mayor.
Hi, Dennis.
How are you, sir?
Hi, Mark.
Judy, how are you? Never get to
I'm good, and we're flattered that you listen, Dennis. All the New Jersey luminaries listen to this station.
do.
You
I
realize
listen,
that?
of course, in the morning when I walk to Bill, and my daily trot in the morning. So, but I heard you talking about my fabulous police department here in Florham Park and the great deed that they did. But that's not all that they do. They're great at what they do. They're great people.
I saw both of the guys interviewed, and they both seem really the kind of people you want on your local police force. They both said, we got into this field to help people, and it was very nice.
When you see a lot of the towns asking for applications for new officers and not receiving many, during one of our recent applications, we had 384 applicants.
Why do they want to work in Florham Park?
It's a great town. It's the third happiest town in New Jersey, Dennis.
Really?
I didn't know that.
It came out just recently.
I need to know who are the two that are happier.
Ocean County and Morristown.
Ocean County is not a town.
Well, it said Ocean. I'm sorry. It said Ocean. Excuse me.
Ocean Town. That's where
Ocean,
Judy lives.
That's my town.
There you go. You're the happiest town. And then Morristown.
They didn't survey Judy. They didn't
I
knock
was just
on her
going to
door.
say, thank God, I must have been out of town when they surveyed us.
And Morristown. Yeah, and Florham Park. Well, how long have you been mayor there, Mark?
I've been mayor 11 years, and I just got reelected this past June to serve 4 more years for the great residents of Florham Park.
Oh, that's nice. And what do you do professionally?
I'm in the automotive aftermarket. I work for a series of companies. We do marketing and sales for them.
Very good.
So I have a location in Pennsylvania and one in Michigan as well.
Wow, good for you. And those other people of Florham Park must like the job you're doing, so.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, good for you. It's one of them. One job I would not want, small town mayor, because you're at the shop, right, and people are like, Mayor, come here. You know, there was a thing in front of my house, and there was a pothole. I don't want to hear it. I just want to get my cucumbers and go home. But so God bless you, for doing that.
Worse for me, Dennis, as I am a lifer. I've lived in town my entire life.
Oof.
I'm in my 60s.
So
my mother was the local newspaper editor, so I went to all the meetings as a kid.
Oh, my God. That is so cool. Wow, that's a real Americana story.
He's like one of those shows that we used to watch on TV growing up.
Yeah,
Dennis.
he's like Opie.
That was
his name.
Black and white. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. No, but I mean, you think his grandpappy was named Florham.
He probably
was.
Mark Florham.
Well, the two that named our town are the Twomleys, and her name was Florence, and his name was Hamilton. So that's how Florham Park was derived.
Wow.
Oh my God. Mark, this is a little ridiculous. I don't know a mayor who's as into his town as you are.
A lot of
This is insane.
A lot of these local guys are. They really, really are, and which is great to see.
It's great.
Mark, thank you very much for calling.
Love you.
Thank you very much for being there, both of you. Listen to you all the time. Love talking to you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
That's very nice. Mayor Mark Taylor of Florham Park. All
You
right.
should all wish your mayor was that devoted to
And
your
your
town.
police department was that great, too.
Right.
11:31.
Now the latest New Jersey news.
Dennis and Judy Show. Tell them about delivery drivers and the stuff that they encounter, whether it's Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, DoorDash. The pizza place up the street from me, which is the only place I get anything delivered. They use in-house kids, and occasionally, an old guy will show up.
Somebody wrote a very interesting email in, Dennis. By the way, we'd like to hear what you have to say if you're a delivery driver, if you have some stories, or you can enlighten us on that industry. And if you can't call in, 1-800-283-101.5. You got the app chat. A guy wrote, I'm working now, I can't call in, but you guys were talking about names last week or two ago. I noticed that if the customer has a Gen Z name, like Alexis or Tyler, they're an automatic 0 to 150 tip.
Huh.
And he says also, DoorDash doesn't provide a name until you check in at the restaurant, so you can't screen. And then you can't screen anyway because, as the caller before mentioned, if you turn down too many rides, you're going to get a bad rating. So I'm not going to say his name because he didn't say I could, but to all the drivers out there, here's his advice. Never deliver to an Alexis. I have to say, though, Alexis is not a Gen Z name. Alexis is very much a Gen X name.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. One guy writes, or a woman, Kate, I deliver for a local Chinese food place, and I love it. I haven't come across anything nutty, but I can tell you that in the retirement villages, there is a lingering pot smell whenever someone opens the door.
That's hysterical.
In the retirement communities.
Well, it makes sense because the hippies are 62, 60. No, hippies are 70.
Hippies are 80.
I'm married to a hippie. And he's not 80.
Close.
Although sometimes I feel like he is.
Jen from Honolulu said, I'm just waking up in the Honolulu area near Waikiki, where I live now. I'm a Jersey girl, born and raised in Branchburg. Love your show. I miss New Jersey so much. Oh, we feel bad for you, Jen, in Honolulu.
Go cry in a bucket of po or whatever they eat.
Po.
What do they eat? Not po. What's
something
that
like
stuff
that?
They eat?
Something like that.
No. What do you mean, Dennis? You know.
I know
the
thing.
stuff they eat at a luau. It's
pow.
It's poo. What is it?
Yeah, that's it, Judy. They eat poo in Honolulu. Well, Jen, thank you for listening. And
why are you there? Maybe she's in the armed forces. Maybe she's in the military.
Maybe she is.
Hold on. What is the Hawaiian food? Hey, Siri, what's the Hawaiian food?
Siri's saying, no, this bitch again.
Hawaiian food, because I can't do it that way. I don't know what I'm asking. Starts with P. Is it poi?
Poi. We were close.
What is the Hawaiian? Poi is a grate of purple pudding-like dish that locals will likely associate with special events. I'm going to show you a picture of Poi, Dennis, and tell you how lucky she is right now eating this slop. Okay?
Poi is the...
it's just vomit.
It looks. I was going to say it's the word for the Polynesian word for vomit.
Pounded bananas or pineapples mixed with coconut cream. Yeah. Go cry in a bucket of poi.
Jen, thanks for listening. John's in Manalapan. Hello, John.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Good.
Loving you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm delivering one night, and I'm in, I think, Kingsburg, and it's real dark street. No one has their porch lights on or nothing, and my wife's helping me. And, of course, we think we get to the house, but, of course, so many houses don't have an address, so you can't tell if you're at the right house or not. So my wife gets out of the car and starts walking up the porch, and there's a guy standing on a tiny little deck in front of the house. And she keeps saying to him, excuse me, did you order some food? And he's not answering her. He's just staring.
Oh, God.
So she keeps walking up towards him. She's like, excuse me, did you order? And he's not saying nothing. So she comes back in the car and he tells me, hey, this guy's scaring me. He won't respond to what I'm telling him. So I get out of the car real tough, and I start walking up the driveway, and I'm like, excuse me, did you order food or not? And it was a wooden mannequin. I told my wife, thank God I didn't get out of the car and smack him. I would have got a splinter.
Was it that house or was it across the street?
No, of course it was next door.
But why does somebody have that on their porch?
To keep people like John and his wife away from the front door.
I guess so.
It was a few weeks after Halloween, and it was just half a body from the waist up, but you couldn't see that because of the porch railing covering where the legs would have been.
So your wife, not too sharp, John?
She actually, I think she ran away with him.
All right, very good, John. Thank you. Appreciate the call
You're
to New
so
Jersey.
mean to your wife. She's a little bit of a dope.
Little Stu Nod. We got a break, or can we do this? Let's do this real quick. James in Lawrenceville. Hello.
Yeah, I got a lot of stories about crazy stuff, but in 2019, before the lockdown, I was doing Instacart. I was delivering to a woman in Ewing, and she would answer the door every single time wearing no pants.
What describe the woman?
Very pretty. Very
slowly.
pretty,
Can you
blue-eyed.
describe her slowly?
Yeah, slow down, James. No, was she young, old, very pretty? No, when you say no pants, like nothing?
She'd wear a T-shirt.
And underwear?
I don't know.
And what would she order?
Wait. There's two very different things going on here.
What?
Answering in a T-shirt that's long enough to cover your butt is not that horrible. She could be in a bathing suit.
Yeah, put some pants. When the guy's delivering something, put some pants on.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying it's not like she was trying to seduce him or to titillate him.
James?
Well, she did this over a dozen times. Every time I went.
So, do you answer the door?
Disturbing to me is the fact that you
Complain.
answered, I don't know, to the question. When Dennis said, did she have underwear on? That's disturbing.
I don't know. I didn't look, I couldn't really tell.
Again, disturbing.
So did you look forward to this every time?
Yes. She was very pretty, blue-eyed blonde, nice tan, Polish girl. She had a European accent. And
All right,
I
slow
would make
down.
sure she answered to...
I'm very uncomfortable. I am very uncomfortable with this whole question.
All right, James, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Delivery drivers, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, what strange encounters have you had with customers? 1-800-283-101.5. We're dying to know.
You guys, I've been talking to you about Gen 90, and I've been using it every day. And there's pretty much a day doesn't go by where somebody doesn't say, "What'd you do? What'd you do to your face?" And I love it because all it is Gen 90. It takes away your wrinkles instantly. So it's amazing. Like you put it around your eyes or your forehead, crow's feet, whatever. You feel it working in seconds because you feel this tingle. And I just look at pictures of myself and I'm like, this is amazing. You've got to try it. And right now, they're doing a Valentine's Day gift. You can do it for yourself or for your Valentine. Gen 90 is on Valentine's sale now at GenUcell.com. Plus, it's included in the bestseller package. So before you go do something crazy and harsh to your skin or go overseas to get harsh procedures, please try Gen 90 first. Make your fine lines and wrinkles disappear wherever they are. Even my husband noticed. He's like, wow, your skin looks so good. And it's chin, wherever it is, crow's feet. And until Valentine's Day, every Gen 90 order also comes with free shipping and a luxury Valentine's spa box. Go to JennyCell.com/Judy or call 800-754-6211, 800-754-6211, JennyCell.com/JUDI.
It's the Dennis and Judy Show. We're talking about delivery drivers. Oh, there was a delivery driver for Uber Eats in Florham Park that was heading to her delivery, 60 years old. There was a warrant out for her arrest. She was arrested, and then the two cops, who I guess were involved in the arrest, finished the delivery and delivered the food, and it turned out to the home of Snooki from the Jersey Shore. That's as if the story wasn't interesting enough.
And then we get the mayor of Florham Park calling in and telling us all about it.
Mark Taylor.
This is the biggest news out of Florham Park.
What a day, Judy. All right, so what strange things have you encountered with these side hustles? Kurt in Millstone. Hi, Kurt.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I was an Uber driver like 3 years ago. I had picked up a group of kids from an Incubus concert coming from the PNC, and all four of them were pretty
wasted.
Pretty good. Yeah, they were pretty wasted, especially the one that got into my front seat. So they were all pretty drunk, and as soon as I start getting onto the highway, I'm going about 75, 80, the kid says, pull over. The kid in the front seat, there's three guys in the back, says, no, keep going. I says, no way, dude, you guys are drunk, I'm pulling over. So I pulled over, and I kicked the kid out of the passenger door down the ravine on the parkway right outside the PNC Bank Car Center. The kid started shaking. He wound up having alcohol poisoning. I had to call the state troopers and an ambulance to pick the guys up on the side of the road while it was raining.
You actually kicked him down a ravine.
He was going to throw up in the front seat of my car, so I opened up the door for him because he couldn't find the door handle. And his buddies in the back seat of my car are cracking up. It's like the ravine, like on the on the slow lane.
Okay. It's not like you pushed him off a cliff. That's how I'm picturing it. Okay.
No.
Although he would have been justified. The kids were about to puke in his car. All right, Kurt, great story. Thank you for the call to New Jersey 101.5. All right, we have more of the Dennis and Judy Show to come. Don't go away. 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. You had a friend who was an Uber driver on Long Beach Island, and occasionally would send me pictures of kids, guys and girls, like passed out in the back seat. And it's like, I don't know how you do that. I just, you can't refuse it. Your rating goes down, but they pick up drunk people from concerts or bars. It's got to be a little on the rough side. All right, 11:55. More of the Dennis and Judy show to come. Don't go away.
And I got to talk to you about Right Choice Recovery. If you or a loved one is struggling with substance abuse or gambling, Right Choice Recovery is the beacon of hope that you have been hoping for. And I had the privilege of meeting the team at Right Choice Recovery, and I have to tell you, not only was I moved to my core, but I was crying because I've never seen that kind of love and caring atmosphere in my life. I just thought if I had anybody suffering from this would be the place that I would ask them to go. They offer one of the state's best adolescent programs as well. So if you know somebody going through these struggles, I can't urge you enough to look at this place as an option for you. Visit rightchoicerecoverynj.com. They accept all types of out-of-network insurances. They're going to feel like family to you, and I promise you, you will get the help you need.
New Jersey Chime Time, 12:09, Dennis and Judy Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judy Franco. Welcome to the program. I want to get right into this, Dennis, because I think that for a lot of people, it's going to take a minute to think about this. There's something that is now called ghost quitting. And I think a lot of people in Gen Z, maybe even in Gen X, do this. Not really. It's
Gen Z and millennials.
Not really even a millennial thing, because I feel millennials were brought up where their parents told them something and then they did it that way. But I feel like Gen Z, like they just do whatever. They make it up as they go along.
Kids listen to what their parents say?
Millennials, I don't know. My millennials did. The Gen Z ones, no.
I remember my oldest son quit a job, and I go, you go back there and you tell him, no, I'm just not going. You go back there and tell him, that you're not going.
Me too. The two older ones, listen, the two younger ones, they know better than I do. But here's the question. How do you quit a job? Ghost quitting means you just don't show up, don't answer the calls, don't answer the texts, and disappear. Some people
then
quit by text.
You should be kidnapped by two rough guys in a car. They grab you wherever they find you.
Two rough guys in a car.
Two tough guys, and they rough you up and leave you in a field. And then you wonder, what did I do? What happened? Call the guy back and say, listen, I quit. If you don't have the balls to show up in person and say, listen, I don't like it here, or I've found another job, or I'm moving on, something. You don't have the balls. Two guys pick you up in a car, beat the hell out of you, and leave you in a field.
Okay. Well, what do you think of that? 1-800-283-101.5. No, my question is, how do you quit a job? And is it ever okay to text, ghost, or email? 1-800-283-101.5. In the olden days, Dennis, my mother used to say to me, you can't leave a quitting message on an answering machine.
Right.
That's kind of like texting. However, I didn't listen, and I actually did quit a job on an answering machine. But how?
See?
What was
Kids
the
don't
way?
listen to their parents. You didn't.
Right. No, I really. I mean, the rest of my sisters did.
Listen, if your work is remote, an email or a text is fine.
Oh, of course.
I mean, it would be nicer if you got on the phone. But if your work is remote, you never see the people anyway. Okay. But if you show up every day and work for a person, and then you just don't show up ever again, that's bad.
I guess so. Well, what do you think, people? 1-800-283-101.5. How do you quit a job, and how do you never quit a job? What is the wrong way to do it?
And how have you done it? It's like breaking up with a person sometimes. You feel awkward, you feel bad, but, it's something that has to be done. I tell you, the one job I enjoy, if you have stories about quitting that are interesting, I'd love to hear it. 1-800-283-101.5. I did enjoy quitting. Like most of the other jobs I quit in radio, it was like breaking up with somebody, and I didn't feel good about it. It was like, listen, another job somewhere, and they were all usually very gracious, and I'm glad you're moving up or, making something better for yourself. That's good. Good luck.
So if there's anybody listening to me now who is under 30, under 35, did you ever text a quit? Did you ever quit by texting or by ghosting? 1-800-283-101.5. And I realize that a lot of you don't know that the device in your hand works as a phone too, but this show is a phone-in show, so we'd love to hear what you have to say on the air, and we'll give you an opportunity to be on the radio. The other thing is we do have an app with an app chat feature where you can tell us how you quit a job. 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. So let's talk to Kyle for a second, because I want to ask him how he ever did, or if he didn't, what's okay. And by the way,
tied up.
Somebody just texted me. Cleaning people, housekeepers, day workers, those types of things must listen to this hour. Been stood up by day workers too many times to count. That's a big one.
Well,
you have cleaning people, then all of a sudden, just one day, they don't show up.
We have a 21-year-old in the studio. Are you 21, Emily? Yeah. Emily's a college student. She's an intern here. And do you have a job?
I do have a job, yes.
Is this your first job?
No.
You've had many jobs already. What's your job now?
Right now I work at Bath & Body Works. I've been there for 4 years, but I also worked a couple different jobs in between.
And when you quit, did you tell them I'm quitting?
Yeah, one time I used to be a manager at a theme park, and they had like a quit. It was so bad there, they had like a quit option on the website. So I just logged in and went,
what?
Not showing up again.
Wait.
Took all my days off. I was like, I'm out. Don't put me on the next schedule.
What theme park?
It was Six Flags.
Okay.
You can quit?
That's
smart of them.
I forget if it was like a button option or like I had to message like their little AI person chat thing. But either way, I think I just did it completely online.
There was an AI bot.
It was like a chat, something. I might have just sent a message to a real person, but I don't think I called or anything.
But there was a quit option on the website. Huh?
Dan, we need that here. Can you imagine?
And you were the manager?
Yeah. Of a restaurant.
Of a restaurant in there. Okay. Well, all right. So you just hit the button and then you never saw them again?
I forget if it was a button or like a message, but I don't think I ever called.
Because there are thousands of employees. They're going to sit there, and every dumb guy that puts on a gorilla head in the show is going to sit there and go to his supervisor.
Did you ever hang out with Bugs Bunny?
No, I never left the restaurant.
Okay.
Remember, Dan, we had a friend who had one of those smelly heads?
He was Bugs Bunny.
Oh, he was the actual Bugs.
Yeah.
I thought he was just some kind of costume.
No, he was Bugs, and then he would, because he was a wise ass, he would occasionally just start pretending to have a seizure and then run into the Coke machine and fall on the ground, and to watch the little kids horrified that Bugs was flipping out. I love that guy. All right, so how do you quit a job? Have you ever just ghosted somebody, or do you have any interesting stories of when you did quit?
No. Okay, 1-800-283-101.5. Couple ways I have quit jobs. I have, first of all, I allowed my kids to text to quit. Not for dumb, hourly, stupid jobs, not for like a big, important job. Now, my daughter had a big, important job as an administrator of the insurance papers for an ambulance company. And they really relied on her, whatever, and they took care of her. So I said, for that, I'm sorry. You need to go into your manager and you need to whatever. And she was a wreck, but I made her do it. But then there was another dumb job that my son had, an hourly job at a place where like just faceless, like Emily's job, where it was fine. He just texted and the manager was like, yeah, okay, dude, no problem.
Well,
like
so much of society is becoming nameless, faceless, automated communication.
Right.
Yesterday was in Atlantic City, was changing the router on my cable, and when it wasn't working out, I called them and they put me immediately on we're sending you a text. Click the link. Click the link, and then now I'm talking to a robot or somebody that's just communicating with me through the text. I can't talk to somebody on the phone. They're communicating with me through text. I complete the instructions, I get it done. I go on the road, and I stop at McDonald's. And as soon as I pull up to the drive-thru, a voice says, "Would you be using our app today?" And I say, "No." And it was a recording. And I say,
That's amazing.
"No." And then the live person goes, "What do you want?" I was like, "Okay." And I order my food. But I was thinking in the car, if this was 15 years ago, and I would see the future, that a lot of the communication today is just with nameless, faceless voices or text.
And maybe so it's considered socially acceptable
I think
to
it
quit
is.
by text. So now I have to tell you that we have a caller here, Jim, who's quit 3 jobs. He's going to tell us how he's done each one. And you guys hang on. The phone number is 1-800-283-101.5. Tell us how you quit a job and what's acceptable today. Is it ever okay to text quit or ghost quit? Your phone call's coming up 12:18. Here's New Jersey Fast.
Come. Dennis and Judy Show. A lot of people are quitting today by ghosting. That means not showing up and not responding to any texts or phone calls. Have you had that happen to you if you own a small business? Or how did you quit? You ever quit in a interesting, funny, scary, crazy way? Like smash the table and say, I'm leaving. You guys suck. I remember my first job. It was one of my first jobs when I was in broadcasting school and delivering pizza in Willingboro. And the guy, he's deceased now. Somebody wrote to me and said, "Oh yeah, that guy, he passed away." He was a retired cop and he bought a pizza joint. His name was Tiny. And I had to wear white pants and a white T-shirt and deliver pizza in a truck that was carrying a propane tank in the back. It was a propane oven lit, and I'm driving around Burlington
I
County.
remember you telling me this story.
So I told him I was taking some college courses in broadcasting school, and he's like, you're never going to forget. You'll be working here forever. So when I got my first job in radio down in Hamilton, I took the white T-shirt, threw it at him, and said, "I'm out. I got a job."
Did you tell him that you were doing what he said you
Yeah.
were never going to do?
He's like, "Oh, good luck." Yeah, he was.
If I could just go back to everybody who said stuff like that to me.
Yeah. And I was like, not super snotty about it, but I was like, "Yeah, you said I wouldn't do it, but I did it." And "Yeah, you'll be back." No, never went back. Not even for pizza.
You should go back now.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, then you wouldn't get any satisfaction out of it.
No. And he gave me a job, so
Get some pizza. All right, let's go to. Okay, so how did you quit a job, and is it ever okay to just ghost somebody or text? And if you're an employer, what's the worst way somebody ever quit on you? And I think it's just ghosting would be the worst. 1-800-283-101.5. How do kids quit today is my question. Jim in Toms River, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Good morning. Good afternoon. I wish I was a kid today, but unfortunately, I'm 75.
Oh.
I don't believe you.
wait a
Are
minute,
you
wait a minute.
kidding? Thank you. I was wondering how old you were. Thank you so much for telling
Judy
me.
says anybody over 60 has
Yeah.
to announce how old they are.
And
it annoys the crap out of her. Yeah.
It's the law.
I don't look like I'm 75 till I look in the mirror. Anyway, I quit 3 jobs in my lifetime at different stages of my life. First, I quit working for a building contractor who was kind of taking advantage of you for low pay. And I didn't want to talk to the guy, so all I did was I said, "Listen, I went skiing and I broke my leg, so I couldn't work anymore." Did I break my leg? No, of course not.
Well, Jim, I mean, we say took advantage of you for low pay, and if you're, owner of a business, you want to get the best deal you can from everything you do. That's including paying people the minimum that they'll accept. Did you ever go to him and say, "Hey, I need $3 more an hour," or whatever?
No, he wasn't that kind of person.
Oh.
Anyway, so then I was a telephone repairman in Manhattan, And I took the test to become a fireman in New York City, which I did. And I tried to give them a 2 weeks notice, but that's not how the city of New York works. They call you on Friday and you start on Monday. So I was persona non grata with the telephone company. And later on, when I needed to get that job back, they wouldn't even talk to me.
Right. How long did you work for the city of New York?
Oh, I retired from there. I worked 20 years.
Wow. All right. Very good. Thank you, Jim. We got to run, but thank you very much for the call, because Laura is calling from Toms River as well. We're big in Toms River today, Judy.
We're always big in
Hi,
Toms
guys.
River.
How are we doing today?
Good, Laura. How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm
guessing you're going to tell us your freaking age right now.
No, I'm not. Even though I'm in that category that would, I am not going to.
I love you, Laura. Thank you.
But what I am going to tell you is I manage a restaurant. And one of my employees, we are a food service restaurant thingy. At the end of the day, when all the customers are gone, we have closing duties that we do. So everyone was going around doing their closing duties, and I couldn't find my one server, who I had seen 10 minutes before, and she wasn't at her station doing her closing work. So I asked everybody. Nobody could find her. I checked the bathrooms. Nowhere to be found. She evidently decided she had had enough of working at our establishment, walked off at the middle of still working, and we never heard from her again.
Did you try reaching out to her?
Oh, yes. Ignored all our texts, phone calls, voicemails, emails, all 9 yards.
How long ago was this?
That was, I want to say, a year and a half ago.
And she was
that's
early 20s?
That's the time. That is
in her early 20s. Yes.
That's part of the generation that would quit that way, and it's probably becoming more and more common.
Yeah, and again,
I have such a problem with it. I don't know if it's my age or I've been in the business a long time, but I don't know. To me, it's a matter of respect. We were respectful enough.
I agree, but
you a job.
We're all conditioned now to communicate that way in a very impersonal, by text, or you have some automated voice coming at you. So it almost seems normal to them. Unless a parent steps in and goes, no, you go back there,
right?
Turn in your apron and say, I'm not coming back.
Yeah. It breaks my heart. It really does.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that, Laura. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. How did you quit your job? And did you ever have a difficult time doing it, or an interesting story? 1-800-283-101.5, 1230. Dennis and Judy show. What was that stat, Judy? Like 50% of people quit by ghosting their employer?
I don't know. It was a crazy stat. I don't know what it was, but I was in shock. Like, I get it that you want to text. It's hard to face somebody and say those words. It's difficult for anybody. Nobody's thrilled to have those uncomfortable conversations, but 50% or whatever.
Yeah, and when you break up with a person, too, that would come in handy to just text.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that. Lynn in Matawan. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, guys. How you doing? Love you. Was at your 25th anniversary party. And, Judy, if you never got the picture of me and you, tell me.
I did. Anyway. I finally did.
Yay. I did send it a few times. Of course, you know who I am. Anyway,
yes.
Just want to let you know that I went to quit a job. The guy was fabulous, but I got a better offer. So I had the key to the office and my resignation letter, and I walked into his office and sat down. Fred, I got to talk to you. You know what he says? Wait. Before you talk to me, I got to tell you something. No, this is very important. The same time I did it, he did it. I took out the key to the office to show him that I was leaving. He hands me the key to the new office where he was moving to. How uncomfortable.
That is the most awkward thing I ever heard in my life.
Oh, yeah. It's bad enough you're quitting, but the guy's so nice, and I felt terrible, but you got to do for yourself.
Right.
And,
so what did you say?
I said, oh, my God. And the two of us teared up. It was really sad.
I'm tearing up just hearing the story, Lynn.
Yeah, well, I didn't make you feel bad, but have a great day, guys.
Thanks, Lynn. You too. Appreciate the call.
Hey, Dennis and Judy, I'm 35 years old, I feel like the problem is that people my age don't leave jobs because we are happy and paid well. I feel like a lot of people feel that is their only way to stick it to the boss or company by bailing and making them deal with the repercussions. We feel like, what have you done for us that we're willing to do that to you? And then, like the last lady, they say, oh, I don't know what happened. Probably treated the worker like crap for horrible pay. Rant over, love you guys. The thing is, the older you are, he's saying the older you are, the more comfortable you are with your job, but I don't really think that's true.
No.
I think it's just the older you are, the more trained you are to quit the right way.
If you were raised right, or if you have decent
And most 35-year-olds
ethics.
were.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's the 22-year-olds that were raised by wolves.
No, I think it's the change in communication. But it's also one of the things my parents told me, and I told my kids, and I felt once I was in the workforce a little bit, you don't want to burn any bridges. Because if you leave like that and you go for your next job and they call and say, hey, Emily's here, she wants to manage our kitchen. Oh, don't hire her. She just hit the quit button.
Right. Huh.
No, but if there's a quit button, then you have an out, Emily.
Every place should have a quit button. Oh, my God. And what every place should really have is a absentee button.
Oh, you mean
Because
I'm not coming in today?
Yeah, like what we go through, and I know that I'm worse than you because I get so much anxiety about taking a day off. But still, everybody's like, how many discussions are involved in taking a day off?
I tell you, when I had the flu a couple weeks ago, I just woke up, felt like crap, texted the big boss, said, I got the flu, I can't get out of bed. And then I don't know where I went from there. Maybe I texted you.
Yeah.
And that was it. I went back to bed. You make a whole big production. I'm afraid.
No. If I'm sick, no. Well, actually, even if I'm sick, I do because I've had bosses who gave me a hard time. Dan, you know why I have PTSD?
Why?
Because it was a snowstorm, the likes of which we've not seen in generations. I called in and said, there's no way I can get in. And our boss said, no, you're required to come in. And then I flipped my car over on the parkway. So I was an adult, treated like a 12-year-old, and then got into an accident.
Well, you should have made accommodations to be here, Judy, either earlier in the day or stay overnight like some of us who slept in sleeping bags.
From that day on, though, Dennis,
I know.
I'm paranoid about taking off.
And it was your sister's car you flipped, too, wasn't it?
That's right. And
Her
it was
Volvo?
like 2 weeks old. Oh, God. It didn't even have, it had dealer plate.
It was the hot sister, right?
Well, it depends on which one you call the hot sister.
Okay. They're all hot.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Doug.
It was Rena's.
Oh, she is the hot sister.
Okay.
Let's go to Doug in Flemington. You're on it. They're all hot.
I like this one.
What's up? What's up, Dennis and Judy?
Hey, Doug.
Just so you know, Ricky Gump from Bayville says, dropped my key in the safe, went on vacation, started new job a week later. That's how we should all be able to quit.
Ricky Gump.
All right. How did you quit, people? 1-800-283-101.5. Is it ever okay to just ghost somebody? Tell us your story, Doug.
All right. I was working for a general contractor, and I would just drive to his house, and then we would go to the job. So it was kind of his responsibility to load the truck up. And we showed up at a job, and the first thing we needed was a shovel, and there was no shovel in the truck. So he completely flipped out and was throwing stuff all over, and I just got in my car and drove away without saying a word, and that was the end of it.
How long had you been working for him?
I was working for him for a couple of years.
Wow. All right.
I was pretty happy to get out of that situation.
And when you left, did he try to reach you and say, hey, you coming back, or where'd you go?
Yeah, he did. So, and I did take the call, and I just told him I just couldn't do it anymore. It was enough for me.
Right. All right.
But and I got one last thing before I get off that I wanted to tell Judy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually 68 years old.
All right, very good. Thank you, Doug.
I'm in love with you. Call in anytime.
Yeah.
All right,
I love
take
you.
care.
Ah.
All right. A lot of people quit jobs today just by ghosting their employer. It ain't right. Even a text would be preferable. I mean, it's not optimal, but hey, at least some sort of communication. And maybe someday you'll run a business and have to deal with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the phone number is 1-800-283-101.5. It's 1243. We have fast traffic in your call coming up. If you've been thinking about adding a puppy to the family, well, my friends at Pet Center in Old Bridge know exactly how to match you with a perfect pet. They have a large selection of quality puppies from USDA licensed inspected breeders. Now, when you bring home a pet from Pet Center, you'll get the most comprehensive guarantees in the market, up-to-date vaccines, 5 generations of pedigree, and a complete homecoming kit. They also have a large selection of small animals, reptiles, birds, and tropical fish. All the people there are fantastic, and they all know all about animals and love, love, love animals. You will love it there, too. You can stop in for just a visit. Visit them today at the shops at Old Bridge, Route 9, or at PetCenterNJ.com. Dennis and Judy Show. Talking about quitting jobs and how a lot of people today just text or ghost their employer. You have an interesting story of how you quit or somebody quit on you. Rich is in Elizabeth. Hey, Rich.
Hi, Dan.
Hey.
Hello, Judy. Listen.
Hello.
As of yesterday, Judy, I'm 61 years old. And I'm only
Thank
telling
you
that.
for letting me know.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you so much. And
See,
for
the
those of
more
you who
you-
don't understand what's going on here, I complain that we take your demographic information when you call in, so we don't need to hear your age on air. But for some reason, anybody over the age of 60 feels compelled to announce his age on the air,
But
so
the
it makes it
more-
sound like we're a senior citizen center.
But the more you bitch about it, the more they're going to do it.
Why, though?
Right,
Just
that-
to be mean?
She mentioned that's Thursday with a lady caller, and that's the only reason I said that now.
I know. You're adorable. Thanks,
Okay.
Rich. So tell us your story.
Okay. So I was working for a guy. I found a job. I gave him my 2 weeks' notice. And a week in, he asked me where I was going, and it turned out he knew the guy that was giving me my job. He fired the guy from using his broker's license. So I lost the new job. So I forget how long after that, I told him, hey, my brother's in the Navy. He's coming home. He's going to help me and the wife get a house. I need money for a down payment. Can I get my pay and my vacation pay? I had already found another job. So Monday morning, I'm at my new job, and I called him, and I told him, hey, I got a new job. He said, okay. He says, you let me know. I says, yeah, I'm letting you know now. He says, you're going to be in now today? And I says, no, I already started my new job. So he says, you're not letting me know. I said, no, I guess not. Hey, listen, I got to go. And I hung up on him.
Okay.
And you had already gotten your pay and your vacation pay?
Yeah, I was clean with him when I got out the door.
Wow.
So this way he couldn't hold nothing back, that I screwed him. It was 1, 2, 3. I'm clean out the door on Friday night, and that was it.
All right, Rich, thank you. Appreciate the call. It's New Jersey 101.5. You got to do what's best for you, but and not everybody's a gentleman or a lady and does it the right way. But, you know, a little bit of respect both ways would be good. Steve's in Cherry Hill. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, and happy National Weather Person's Day.
That's right. I forgot to mention Dan Zarrow. It's National Weather Person's Day.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I'm going to be 65 in May, just to let you know. So,
thanks, Judy.
So anyways, I've been.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you very much, all of you. You suck.
You suck.
So
Just
anyways-
shut up, and then we won't have to hear it.
Yeah, look, listen, guys, don't argue, okay, please. So in any event, I've been in the building business for almost over 40 years.
Wow.
Right, and I was just trying to, I just wanted to comment on the kid a couple callers ago who just up and went, right? So in this business, you have disagreements, I never respect anybody, but you have disagreements on what has to get done. And there's been a couple of times when I was out in the field with guys, and I said, look, it's got to be, so I would say, look, I don't care whether, I'm right or I'm wrong. This is the way I want it done because, this is my business. This is my job. And guys, some guys are just on a couple of occasions, just stop the conversation, pack up their stuff, and just walk away, not say a word, right? So it leaves me in a bind because I have to get it finished. So, you can't really, it's not easy to just pick up anybody and say, hey, look, I want you to come and finish this guy's job, because most contractors won't walk on somebody else's job, so you have to work it out.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's done in the business.
It's tough. How many, you said you've been doing it for 40 years? You got your own business?
I have my own business now. I'm working in the restoration business, which is still tied into construction. But, I put up over 150 homes throughout the state in my career.
Wow.
But, this is what we deal with. You know?
It's not an easy business to be in. Steve, thank you. We got to run, but appreciate the call very much to New Jersey 101.5. Guy like that, when you're outside building and working, using your body, you're going to run into pain. No matter whether you have a physical job or you're just getting older. You got to go see my friends at Trinity Rehab. They have the best people who know absolutely everything about the human body, how it works, and how to get you out of pain fast. Call them today. Tell them Dennis sent you, 800-518-0977, or go to trinity-rehab.com. There's no prescription needed to get started. You have same-day appointments, fast results. Trinity Rehab actually fixes the pain instead of masking it. And ask about EPAT. It's acoustic pressure wave therapy that breaks up scar tissue, enhances healing, and frees you from pain fast. And good news, not only is Trinity in network with Aetna now, but also some more exciting news. Trinity Rehab is now fully in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call today for your same-day appointment. It's never been easier to go to physical therapy, and they have dozens of locations in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, like Somerville, Howell, Hamilton, Woodbridge, Wall, and their newest locations in Piscataway and Somers Point. So you know there's one near you. For more details, visit trinity-rehab.com. New Jersey Chime Time 108 is the Dennis and Judy show. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's Judy Franco. So there's a couple things we wanted to talk about today. And most of it is that your little small town in New Jersey, if you have anybody that was famous that came from your town, or what your town is known for. The town I grew up in Burlington County, Delran, like I said, there was nothing interesting about the town. Nobody famous came from the town. And there was nothing noteworthy about the town whatsoever. But like where you lived for the longest time in Long Branch,
yeah,
some famous people. Didn't presidents?
Very.
Presidents lived there.
7 of them.
Summered there.
How do I know that, Dennis?
Because of the Seven Presidents Park.
Aha. But also, now Springsteen never lived in Long Branch, but he did rent that house on West End Avenue, I think it was, around the corner from the Inkwell, which is no longer there, where he supposedly wrote Born to Run, and he wrote a couple of his big hits. So Long Branch is like one of those towns where so many people hung out there or lived there, or because it's the home of Monmouth Medical Center, were born there. Like those famous people that were born in Jersey were either born at like Newark,
right,
or like Danny DeVito and Jack Nicholson were born at Jersey Shore, which was Fitkin Hospital.
At Neptune?
In Neptune. And then a lot of people were born in Long Branch, yeah.
So in my town, where I live now, in Medford, I don't know that there's anyone famous from there or there's anything noteworthy about the town.
Well, let's wiki it and we'll see.
Yeah, well, the one story, though, when I was looking to buy my house,
yeah,
it was for sale by owner. So the couple was there, and they're like, trying to sell me. First of all, they weren't, I don't want to say they weren't bright. They might be listening. It was March. And so it was near St. Patty's Day. And what a lot of people eat on St. Patrick's Day is corned beef and cabbage. Well, they had made corned beef and cabbage, right? What does that smell like when you walk into somebody's house and they've made cabbage?
You don't know how many famous people are from Medford, dude.
Who?
Dee Dee Sharp, whose hits included Mashed Potato Time.
Medford, New Jersey?
Medford, New Jersey.
No.
Helen Thorpe, author and freelance journalist who was the First Lady of Colorado. Mitch Williams, former relief pitcher who earned 192 saves.
Wild Thing was not from Medford. He may have lived there.
Tom Simcox, film and television actor.
From Medford? I can't believe it.
Rebecca Quick, co-anchor woman of CNBC's financial news show Squawk Box. Mike Posma, former professional ice hockey player and head coach.
But they're not from. They can't be from there.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Anyway.
Why do you have to argue with me?
So the people were showing me the house.
Carl Lewis?
He's from Willingboro. Your source is bull crap.
My source is Wikipedia.
Well, again,
Jason Knapp,
do you remember when somebody put my real name in Wikipedia and we had our producer go in and change it?
Yeah.
To something that wasn't my real name?
Okay. Callista Flockhart.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. She's from there. Yep, she's from there.
You'll
only
say
one.
That. How about Jamie Franks, professional soccer player?
Don't know.
Okay. How about Brian Clarhout, soccer coach? Angelo Cataldi?
Yeah, he moved. He hasn't lived there in many years. But he's not from there. He's from Rhode Island.
Brandon Brooks?
Yeah, a lot of like football players and sports people move there.
You're
they're
very upset about it.
Well, the only one is Callista Flockhart. She's from there.
Okay.
So anyway, the couple that showed me the house that smelled like farts because they just cooked cabbage all day and said, yeah, the wife made cabbage. Forget the smell. I was like, Jesus, do you want to sell this house or not? I mean, you're supposed to put a drop of vanilla on aluminum foil in the oven and make it smell like you just baked cookies, but it smelled like farts.
Okay, they didn't realize.
So one of their selling points was Jack Kelly may have slept here.
Who is that? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You should know who he is anyway. Oh. The only connection you'll have to Jack Kelly is he's Grace Kelly's brother.
Oh, yeah, from Philly.
Right. So the Kellys are from Philly, very famous Philly family. Matter of fact, one of the drives along the Schuylkill River is called Kelly Drive, named after Jack Kelly because he was a famous athlete and rower. Okay. So they have a lot of these rowing competitions on the East River Drive, which is now called Kelly Drive. So, yeah, Jack Kelly may have spent the night here. It's like, oh, okay. Did he mind the fart smell from the cabbage cooking?
Stop it, Dennis.
So anyway, that's the only. But yeah, Callista Flockhart. What was the TV show she was on?
It was not L.A. Law. It was Ally McBeal. Ally McBeal. That was
right.
Right?
That was her. So, if there was anybody famous from your town, or when someone comes to your town, what is the highlight that you would show them?
That's a tough one.
Let's see, in Medford, even Callista Flockhart was born here. Okay. I would take them downtown.
Would you take them to Callista's birth home?
I don't know where that is. But I would take them to downtown because it's a very historic, old, pretty downtown. So I would take them there.
I would take anybody who visits Long Branch to Pier Village, and it would make them want to move.
Move there.
Move there.
Yeah. All right, is there
very crowded, but still
anybody famous from your town, or what is the main feature, the main attraction in your town? Our intern Emily is still here with us, Judy.
Yes. How's she doing, by the way?
Not well. No, she's doing. Having a good time, Emily?
Yep, having a blast.
You're from East Windsor.
I am.
Is there anything in East Windsor that's like, wow, you got to come and see blank?
It's mostly just farms.
Farms?
And like suburban. It's like a mix.
Yeah, I've driven through there. It's really nice farm country.
There's some horses.
Yeah.
I would show them horses.
But there's nothing like, oh, you got to come and see. No.
No, not really.
Anybody famous from there?
Not East Windsor, but the town I went to high school with in Hightstown. It's like the donut hole in the middle of East Windsor.
That's right.
I believe the guy who owned and operated CBGB's in New York, the club, he's from Hightstown. before he moved to Philly.
That's really, really stretching.
Yeah, reaching, Emily. It's really reaching.
Yeah. That's not, I don't. So no, nobody.
Nobody. That's it. But some people like it that way, nice and quiet.
Yeah.
All right, we have Peter on the line from Freehold. By the way, the phone number is 1-800-283-1015. Hi, Peter.
Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Long-time listener. Glad to finally get in touch.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Tim Perry, the basketball player. When I was a junior in high school, Tim Perry tried out for the football team, and he had just started playing basketball for legendary coach Jack Cunert, who once coached Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at Power Memorial in New York City.
Wow.
So Tim Perry decided to try out for the football team. So here comes Jack Cunert running out to the football field to say, Tim, you're gonna be a lottery pick in the NBA draft. You can't risk your career playing football. Are you nuts?
Yeah. And what town was that?
Freehold, New Jersey.
Freehold, okay.
Yeah, so Tim Perry ended up going to Temple University and had a great career and ended up being a number 8 pick in the NBA draft.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it playing high school football.
No. It was
Good story.
His brother talked him into it, and yeah.
Yeah, and the rest is history. Peter, great story. Thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Oh, we have somebody who wants to fill me in on Callista Flockhart.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. But in the meantime, if you want to join us, 1-800-283-101.5. Who's famous from your town, or what famous, iconic thing would you take a visitor from another town to see in your town because you're damn proud of it? And Dennis, the interesting info on Flockhart coming up.
Okay. Can't wait. 118 time. Dennis and Judy show. What or whom is famous from your town? If there wasn't anybody famous born there, then what is interesting about being there, visiting there? So there was a story on our website about a New Jersey native looking to win his second Super Bowl championship title ring.
Did you know that Belleville had like 150 people? Joe Pesci, Connie Francis, the band My Chemical Romance, lead singer and guitarist David Grant, who played in the NFL for the Bengals.
Well, this guy, Isaiah Pacheco.
Who's that?
He's a receiver, I think, for Kansas City.
Okay.
And he made it to the Super Bowl last year with the Eagles?
Wow.
No. Big part of last year's win over the Eagles.
Oh.
And Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah. So, second year in a row, he's going to be in the Super Bowl. He's a New Jersey native. So,
cool.
And what town is he from?
Gosh, we've got a lot to be proud of, Dan.
Well, let's find out about this. She hung up? The woman that was going to tell me all about Callista Flockhart from Medford?
Very upset.
Call back.
You can never learn enough about her. You know, that's what I found.
And who did she famously end up marrying or hanging out with or going out with?
Harrison Ford.
Right.
I think they're married.
Still
for
married?
like 100 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit of a story because he was much older and she was much younger.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Let's go to Jack in Glen Rock. Hello, Jack.
Yes, hello. Is everybody good?
Everybody's good.
Everybody's great.
All right. First, Glen Rock is known for the rock. The Rock in the Glen. It's a big, giant boulder in the middle of town. Look it up.
Okay. Oh, I don't need to get,
I'm just saying, look, it's Glen Rock for a reason, because there's a big, huge, giant rock.
And at the time, it was in the middle of a glen, right, which is now downtown?
It was in the middle of the glen. It came down from the glaciers, yep.
Oh, wow. And so what street would that be on the big rock?
It's on Rock Road.
And is there much of a downtown to Glen Rock?
Glen Rock has two trains. Yeah, it's like the only town in New Jersey with 2 trains. Yes.
What do you mean 2 trains?
2 train sets of train tracks. the Bergen line and the Main line. People come from all over just to use the train.
Really?
Yes.
So it's a pretty big commuter town for like New York.
Yes, people come from towns that don't have trains to park in Glen Rock because of the double sets of the two
That's
separate
so
sets
funny.
of
And there's
tracks.
There are train people. You know how those train people.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And if somebody would come to town and go, here's our rock.
Correct.
All right.
And you have to avoid the town because you hit 2 trains, 3 lights, blah, 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 blah.
All right, very good. Thanks, Jack. I didn't know any of that. Thank you very much for the call to New Jersey 101.5. You know, you got to keep reading and scrolling down to figure out where this guy's from.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. While you scroll, I'll talk to Charles, who's from your hometown, Dennis. Charles in Delray.
Oh, that's right. He did.
You're on New Jersey 101.5.
There was somebody famous.
Hey, how's it going, Dennis and Judy?
Good, Charles. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I know you were downplaying Delran. Actually, Carly Lloyd's from Delran.
That's
so
right.
Big soccer player.
Famous Olympic soccer player. And
That's right.
very admirable person. She's a very good person.
Definitely. We got a few different soccer players, so not too bad.
Yeah, the Vermes or Verms were from there too, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because
What does that mean? What are Vermes?
Vermes. When I went to school with them, they were the Verms family. Then when they became notable in soccer, it was pronounced Vermes.
That's very funny. Really?
Yeah. You know them, Charles, or you know of them?
I know of them. They sound familiar, but not
Yeah,
too much.
it's
Delran still needs some work on more popular people, but...
Yeah, it's a big soccer town. My nephew played soccer for the high school there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely huge with soccer.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Charles. Thanks for reminding me. Carly Lloyd is from Delran. Michelle Palenza. Michelle Palenza, too.
Oh, but that's where I'd be taking people who came in from out of town to see Michelle Palenza.
Yep.
I'd be like, look, kids.
That's where Michelle Palenza grew up. All right. Tom is calling from South River. Hey, Tom. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Dennis and Judy. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm 74. Don't look a day over 73. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you. Thanks
I'll
for
get
making
right
our
to it.
show sound like a 55 and older memory care community.
So, Tom, if anybody, you're going to tell us who Joe Theismann's from South River?
Joe Theismann and Drew Pearson were both my high school teammates.
Oh, my
in 1966.
Both Hall of Famers, right?
Joe was a college Hall of Famer. Drew is a pro Hall of Famer. And I'll give you 2 quick little anecdotes about both of them.
Yeah.
When Joe went to Notre Dame, when he got there, they asked him, well, Joe, how do you pronounce your name? He said, Theismann. And they told him, well, Joe, we're going to change that to Theismann.
I heard
He said,
this.
Why? Because
Rhymes
there's a
with the
trophy out
Heisman
there,
Trophy.
Heisman for the Heisman.
Yeah.
And that's how he...
Yep. In South River, he was always known as Theismann, Joe Theismann. And they said
was
because,
always- He was always Joey Theismann in South River to this day. And Drew Pearson and Roger Staubach were the quarterback and receiver for the original Hail Mary pass. And how it's got its name, after the game, it was the last play of the game, about a 50-yard touchdown pass against the Vikings in a playoff game. The reporters asked Roger, does that play have a special name? How often do you practice it? And he said, it doesn't have a name, never practice it. I told Drew to run as fast as he could. I'll throw it as far as I could and say a Hail Mary. And that was the headline the following day.
and that was the birth of the Hail Mary play. That's awesome. That is an awesome story. And you were teammates.
You could go to Dr. Google and see the play, and they're both interviewed on it. It's about 5 minutes. It's
That's-
really worthwhile.
Thanks, Tom. And you were teammates with both those guys.
Correct.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate the call. To New Jersey 101.5. Who is famous from your town, or what is famous in your town? Like, you'd have to show people, for instance, The Rock in Glen Rock, downtown. 1-800-283-101.5. It's 1:30. Okay. Now, obviously, like you said earlier, Judy, a lot of the people that you see famous from New Jersey were born in Newark or Neptune because there was a big hospital there. It was called something different then. But the small towns in New Jersey, that's what's interesting. Like, who's from these small towns and what would be interesting in visiting these small towns? This is a good one. Roland's calling from Penns Grove. Hello, Roland.
How you doing, Dennis and Judy?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Is Penns Grove different from Pennsville?
Yes.
Are they close?
Yep, neighbors.
Okay, but one's Penns Grove and one...
Down.
Well, I'm sorry.
To mention was from Pennsville.
Who was?
Bruce Willis.
No.
He hasn't said it yet. But anyway, you're talking about Bruce Willis.
Yes, he's from Penns Grove.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know him? Or do you know him?
No, but he graduated with my cousin in 73 from high school.
Oh, shoot. And he's not doing well. He has, like, the saddest disease in the entire world.
He's still with us?
Yeah, he's still with us, but it's
bad.
That horrible aphasia and dementia.
I worked with a woman in Philly years ago, and she used to spend summers with him. They all shared a house together in Wildwood or something.
Oh, really?
And said, yeah, that he was the coolest guy, and he was a bartender for a while.
Yeah, everybody knows him says he was so nice.
Yeah.
I don't know since he got famous, but before he got famous, Jersey people loved him.
Yeah, I like him. I always liked him. Did you ever have any encounters with him, Roland?
Yes, he used to come to some of the high school football games.
After he was famous?
Oh, yeah. And believe it or not, some people didn't recognize him. It was funny.
Yeah, I just always thought he was the coolest guy. Thank you, Roland. Appreciate the call. What was that show he was in, Judy, with the blonde actress?
Moonlighting.
Wow, that was
Such a good show.
Yeah, it was so hot.
Everybody loved it.
Sybil Shepherd. Yeah. Jackie's calling from Point Pleasant.
And what ruined that show, Dan? Do you remember?
No.
It was like a famous ruining of a show.
Oh, they finally made out.
Got horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was just like downhill from there.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep that spark alive.
Tension.
Tension. That's why you and I never did it, because,
Exactly. Because we don't want to ruin the show.
Right.
Or each other's lives.
Right. That's, a small part of it. Jackie in Point Pleasant. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, how are you guys? I love you guys.
Thank you.
I listen every day.
Oh, thanks.
Day, if I can.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
My son called in last week, and he was the one that told you about the Iron Claw. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. About the movie about the Von Klaus family?
Yep, that was my son. He called in.
I remember that. Yeah, it was a great call.
Yeah. But anyway, I went to, 40 years ago, I went to Manasquan High School, and that's where Jack Nicholson went.
That's right.
He's from, he was born in Neptune. It was called Sitkin back then.
Yeah.
Now it's Jersey Shore.
Where I got my ears pierced, because in those days you had to go to the doctor to do it.
Yeah, we should do a show on the weird names hospitals had back in the day before they all...
When you could name a hospital.
In my town, or the next town, we didn't have a hospital in Delran, but next town over in Riverside, Zerbrugg Hospital.
Wow.
Oh, that's weird, yeah.
Zerbrugg. And you didn't go to, last desperate shot at getting care was to go to Zerbrugg.
Same as Helene Fold. Remember Helene Fold?
Yeah. Now they're all taken over by bigger hospitals.
That's a riot, Dennis. I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
I used to live next door to, when I lived in Manhattan, I lived next door to Cabrini Hospital. What the hell is that?
I think that was named after a saint.
Really?
Yeah, there's a Saint Cabrini.
Okay, sorry I said that then. Because I'm like, what kind of a-hole is that? Oops, sorry.
Jackie, did he ever come back to Manasquan that you know?
Yeah. Actually, yes, because they named the theater in the high school. They named it after him. So when they put on productions of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, he actually came back for one of the productions. He didn't tell anybody. He just showed up and surprised like everybody.
How cool!
And
oh my God,
it is cool. Yeah, and well, I've been out of there since '84, but I remember there was like, there's pictures in the hallway of, older athletes with all the photos of footballs and basketball. It's kind of cool that he's in photos of my high school. It's just a really cool thing. He's like my favorite actor anyway.
Who's his famous half sister?
Oh God. I should know this.
Judy, do you know that?
I don't know.
Wait, stop.
I feel like I should.
Sister. No. I don't
Shirley MacLaine.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really? Did I know that?
I don't know. All right, Jackie, thank you. Appreciate the call. I hope I'm right. I have to Google that, but
I always thought Warren Beatty and her were half sister and brother. Hold on. Who is Shirley MacLaine's famous half brother? Hey Siri, who was Shirley MacLaine's famous half brother?
It's going to be the Dennis, Judy, and Siri show.
Lenny McLean. No.
I thought he had a famous half sister. All right, check that. And the Warren Beatty thing now sounds more correct.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
All right.
You want me to check it?
Check with Siri. Who was?
I'll get back to you.
What's Jack Nicholson's half sister? All right.
I don't think he had one.
All right. You may be right. I think there's some.
Okay, wait. Did Warren? Who do we think it is?
Jack Nicholson. Shirley MacLaine.
Right. Jesus. Did Jack Nicholson?
In the meantime, do that quietly while we talk to Tati.
Half sister. Does somebody beg me to please stop saying "Hey, SIRI"?
I know, because it stops their show.
Actually, Dennis, there is a story about his half sister. His sister June was actually his mother, and his other sister Lorraine was really his aunt.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. Now let's ask.
The Shirley MacLaine thing is probably with the
Warren Beatty.
Warren
Beatty. It is. I mean, I didn't check it.
But yeah, he thought his sister, or he thought his mother was his sister.
Yeah. Because that's what happened. Like, the girl would get pregnant.
Yeah.
And the mother would
just raise the kid.
I'll just take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's bizarre. All right, Toddy has been patiently waiting. Or Tati, how do you pronounce your name?
It's Tati.
Tati, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. I love your show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So who is it?
Oh, it's Anthony Volpe from Watchung, New Jersey.
Oh, the Yankee shortstop.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. He went to school with my daughter. We know the family well. The nicest people you'll ever meet. Just a wonderful, wonderful family. Great guy. Couldn't have happened to a better person.
That's not from Watchung.
Watchung, correct.
Very good. Tati, thank you for that. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. It is 1:45. We're talking about famous people from your town or the famous thing that your town is known for. 1-800-283-101.5. 1:45, fast traffic in your call. Coming up.
You know, when it comes to plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, Guaranteed Service is the only company that I trust. And I don't know if you know that even if your drains don't seem to be clogged, there could still be a major threat in the main line right under your home. My friends over at Guaranteed Service, the premier plumbing, electrical, and HVAC company in New Jersey, have all the tools and expertise needed to keep your sewer clean and running smoothly. You won't know how important this is unless you have a sewer problem. Trust me, you do not want to have that. So bring Guaranteed Service in. They'll inspect your main line with a camera for only $77, and you will have complete peace of mind that your drains are flowing and there won't be any surprises. Call 1-800-GUARANTEED or go online to guaranteedservice.com.
Dennis and Judy Show. It's the New Jersey Time Check, sponsored by SellYourCarNow.com. It is 1:52 on the dot, and at SellYourCarNow.com, they'll give you cash for your car on the spot. We're talking about famous people from small towns in New Jersey and maybe stuff that's worth seeing in those small towns. So far, we got the Rock in Glen Rock. Apparently, there's a rock in the center of town.
I can't believe how many people are calling, Dennis.
Yeah, I know.
Like how many famous things have come out of New Jersey. Marie is in Somerset. I have no idea who this person is, but Marie's very proud Hi, Marie. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Yeah, hi. I'm calling actually about Garfield, New Jersey, which is the hometown of Eddie Brigatti, one of the founding members of the Young Rascals, later called just the Rascals.
Ah.
And
yeah.
he does the lead vocals on the most beautiful song in rock and roll, in my opinion, which is How Can I Be Sure?
Oh, my God. I love that.
If folks ever get a chance to listen to that song, it's just beautiful, especially when the concertina comes in. It's great.
Yeah.
Eddie Brigatti, Brigatti. Very good. All right, thanks for that, Marie. Appreciate the call. I had no idea. Love the Rascals.
Whenever I'm away from you.
Very nicely done, Judy.
Can you put it on? I mean, I'm sure his version is slightly nicer. How do I know? Maybe
What's the title?
you're trying to fly. What's it called?
How can I be
How
sure?
can I be sure? How can I be sure? In a world that's constantly changing. She's right, though, that every once in a while some like little rock and roll band will make some kind of a ballad like that. And you're like, oh, my God, that's so beautiful. But, of course, it's an old song. So I don't think anybody cares, Dan. But don't you ever want to teach people, like, I know this is old, but, like, this is what music used to be?
Yeah, well, we'll see. Here we go. Why is it playing?
How can I be sure in a world that's constantly changing? How can I be sure?
Eddie Brigatti from Garfield, New Jersey.
I stand with you.
All right. Very good.
That'll be all.
Let's get to. There's so many. We should do this again tomorrow. Mike is in Flemington. Hello, Mike.
By the way, I got to tell Judy I'm 71 years old.
Oh, shut up.
Thanks, Judy.
Whatever I say might not be real because I might have forgot it, right?
Okay, thank you.
Real quick before we run out of time, who is it, Mike?
Well, I went to high school with Ray Odierno. He was a general in the Army who called Saddam Hussein.
Oh, that's right. I always wondered if he was from this area because of his accent.
Why?
Just the way he spoke.
Yeah.
He's from Flemington?
No, Rockaway, New Jersey.
Rockaway, up in the Northwest.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the call. I remember seeing him a lot on TV. Thanks very much. And then Susan in PA, a few people. Susan Sarandon, Mary's calling. She's from Jersey, I know.
Nauseating.
And, of course, Danny DeVito. Garrett, sorry we didn't get a chance to get to your call. If you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, Robert Dukansky of RE/MAX First Advantage does more than put a sign in your yard. Rob has superior marketing to sell your home for the highest price possible.
Keep going, Dennis. I'm interested in this.
Well, I'll tell you one story about Bert and Lisa decided it was time to make a move from their current home in Island.
I think I know the story. And choosing Rob as their agent proved to be a no-brainer. Rob and his team managed to get them, how many? 87 showings.
Yep.
The property was on the market for only 12 days. They got 14 offers, Dennis. That would explain why they were able to sell their home for $440,000. And you do the math, then. That was $65K over the list price.
There aren't many guarantees in this ever-changing real estate market. That is, unless you choose Rob Dukansky to sell your home. Check out his Your Home Sold Guaranteed program at robsellsnj.com. Call the only agent we would call or even think of calling if we need to sell our homes, and that's Robert Dukansky, 855-350-1015, 855-350-1015, or
You can just go online to robsellsnj.com. That's robsellsnj.com, or Google Rob Sells NJ, and then go ahead and start packing.
good job, Judy. Wow, that went by pretty quickly today, no?
It really did for a Monday. Usually Mondays drag ass.
And thanks to our intern, Emily, for hanging in today.
Yeah, thanks for
Emily,
having me.
Of course.
We couldn't have done it without her.
All right, Judy, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be here.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Dominski and Doyle next.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
This has been the Dennis and Judy Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey, or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to check out the latest news and opinions from Dennis and Judy on our free app or NJ1015.com.
New Jersey 101.5.